welcome back to my channel. My name is Faye, and today we're going to be doing a review over the January book club book. The January book club book was Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. It is a fiction thriller. It was published in 2021, and the paperback is 319 pages. A quick summary of Razorblade Tears would be Ike and Buddy Lee meeting at the funeral for their two gay sons who were married and had an adopted daughter, and their sons were unfortunately murdered. So Ike and Buddy Lee team up together to find the killer and exact their revenge on that killer. The book is the story of how they find out who the killer is, how they exact their revenge on the killer, and it's just really action-packed. I think I'm going to give this book a 3 out of 5. I think that's appropriate. I liked the book. I didn't love the book. There's some things I didn't care for, and I'm going to give you my completely honest review of Razorblade Tears. I loved the concept of the book, you know, the two dads getting together to exact revenge on their son's killers. On board. But in all honesty, it just left me wanting more. One thing I do like about this book is that Ike and Buddy Lee are fully created characters. You know, they feel like real people. They're flawed. We get some of their background. We get their interactions with others. I really like that they feel relatable. One thing I don't like about this novel was the vulgar language that S.A. Cosby chose to use. Now, I say curse words sometimes. Curse words aren't the big deal. It's just kind of the way they spoke to one another is not something that I particularly want to read on my free time. You might not think it's a problem. For me, it is. Another thing, though, that I did like was the action. You know, how are they going to figure out who the killer is? And then they do some things. You're like, oh my gosh, how are they going to get out of this mess? And what are they going to do next? It's just very action-packed. It is a page-turner because you want to know what are they going to do, these two old men. But the action is graphic at some points, which doesn't bother me. But if you don't want graphic violence, then you shouldn't read this. I didn't mind it. Then another reason that I don't particularly care for this book is they spoke the whole time about, oh, we're going to catch this killer and we're going to make him pay and he's going to suffer and, you know, really going on. So then you really feel like, oh yeah, catch him. Exact revenge. I want you to get him. And then when they do catch him, it's just nothing. They drag him away and then you start the next chapter. So it's really left up to your imagination, which some people might like that, but I did not. I was like, please tell me, like, you've already given me all this action and violence, so tell me what Ike and Buddy Lee are gonna do to this killer. Like, give me the details. Now, on one hand, I try to think, oh, well, maybe Cosby did this because if he did tell us what they did, maybe some people would be unsatisfied that it wasn't enough. Or maybe it would be too much and they'd be like, man, that's harsh. But you get the closure knowing that he's dead, but you don't get the closure from knowing what happened, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Razorblade Tears. 3 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it. I just wanted more, I think. And in the description below, I will post some discussion points and questions if you want to talk to others about the book or have your own like little book club. In the physical copy, there is some discussion questions in the back, so I mean, feel free to use those, but I've written my own as well. So thank you, and I hope to see you in my next video.